Alright, YouTubers, you are on our trip with us. So now you get to see the scenery. Rocky and Precious got their heads sticking out the windows, smelling the fresh air. And what I mean by fresh air, that's canal manure. Freshly spread cow manure.
And if Precious was out of the car, she'd roll in it, because she rolls in stinky stuff all the time. Right, Precious? Rolling stinky stuff.
Yes, Rob. I love you too. Well, since my phone is recording, we'll probably end up using Rachel's phone for GPS because we've never been to Ricketts, Glen, which you should have.
We should have went that way.
Yeah.
I'll go the way,
So she knows how to get the buck now, so we know that far at least. We're up to reptile land. So we know that direction. Ah, Popo. He's out.
I was paying attention to this car pulling out.
Yep. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. I was paying attention to Popo just passed. Undercover Popo.
On my way home last night, I was coming out 225, and there was a cop car flying out. Lights on, sirens on. Flying. Going like 100 miles an hour on 225.
Well, they're allowed to speed.
As long as they have their lights on and their sirens.
Well, they still speed even though they don't have their lights on. What are you talking about? They think they're above the law. Maybe they should have the law for the law. Huh? Something to keep them in check?
Whoa.
Well, what?
That velocitor. It was
green.
Like, and purple.
Green and purple velocitor.
It was like a mixed, you know when you see, like when oil drips on the pavement,
yeah,
and the heat or the rain,
yeah,
it looked like a rainbow. That's what it looked like. It's cool.
Well, they're doing paint like, now that
it was like color changing.
Yeah. Well, they're doing paint now that if you put water on it, it changes color.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you have to get that done at some custom shop somewhere.
Yeah. And pay an arm and a leg for it.
Go wherever we are going to go. You're going to walk. There's some fishermen out today. Trout fishing. Just a little to keep you from doing that. Rob, please stop whining. Yes, stop whining. You're not getting up front. Rocky's mad because he always calls the front seat, but he can't get in here. Because Daddy, I take over the spot. Wow, look at all those trucks.
That's
power there the one night.
Yeah, went out.
And you'd think somebody would be out here fixing it.
Like, that's a priority, probably, but no.
Especially when you see all those trucks back here at that little substation. And that's close to the substation. Look at that old truck.
That was nice.
Wow.
Alright, call American Pickers. What's their names?
I don't know. I really don't care. Bob and Jeff? I don't know. Ooh, that coffee's been on for a while.
Get your tongue out of my ear.
6 minutes and 30 seconds into our adventure. What do you think of that, Rob? I made breakfast today. Bacon, eggs, biscuits. Yep, I made breakfast. Rocky had a biscuit with some bacon. So did Precious. Now you're on an adventure, Rocky, Precious. What do you think? Come here. Love you, Rock. Is that another popo? No. I have a little over 200 videos on YouTube. 157, 58 that I've actually numbered in the vlog. My first like 25 videos were like a startup. Were really crappy on a really crappy camera, $5 camera from Walmart that I took to the Port Royal, Juniata County Fair up in Port Royal, and they weren't really that good. But now I'm using my Samsung phone. I also have a generic GoPro I use. Then I do have a Canon SX something I shoot pictures with. And then I have a little Fuji, I don't know the model, but it's a Fuji camera I bought to go on deployment. It went on deployment with me. And it takes really good photos. It was like one of the first cameras out there that would do 4G or 4MP but I didn't take too many videos over in Iraq. Couldn't. Took video. Well, I took pictures, lots of pictures. Everybody will know why I carry around a camera. Well, you gotta document history, and everything's history. The second went by. See, there was history. right there. So the further you go, Rob, I give you an inch, you take a mile. Like a typical kid does. Dad's arm's getting tired. Doggy snot on my head, back of my head. Precious sneezed.
Ouch.
I could have been YouTubing way back when I first joined the military, because when we were in Hungary, we went on a few places like Prague and down when we went on our little SF Special Forces over to the Bosnia side, I would have liked to got some of those pictures. But we couldn't have cameras back then, or we really didn't cross our mind that like video or take pictures, because we were told not to. Which we should have just went ahead and took pictures and captured the moment. Captured history. I feel that we should wear body cams every day. And then I have an 8 gig in my Canon camera, and I have an 8 gig in the Fuji. No, you stay back there.
Is there a way to like take that micro SD card out and like put music on it from my computer so I can listen to music on my phone?
Why don't you just hook the USB port up to your computer and hook the little micro thing into the phone, and then transfer your files in onto your phone? That's how it's done. You don't have to take it out.
I didn't know, because it's like, it's my music that's on like iTunes that I had for my iPod. So I didn't know if it would transfer over.
All you do is hook the USB port into the computer, and then hook the micro into the phone, and then you find your music file on your phone, and you bring that up, and then you bring up your iTunes, and then you just stand there, and whatever song you want, you put it over into your music file. You don't have to even take it out of your phone. people. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We are in Dalhern, the home of Line Mountain. All the schools in the area have did their $1 million upgrades. Halifax did, Line Mountain, Williams Valley. Everybody has done all their upgrades to their buildings. Instead, even Upper Dauphin did some upgrades. So they were talking about making one just gigantic high school, but that defeats the purpose of teacher-student ratio. Smaller classes are better for teachers to teach versus like inner city schools where they have like 50 students to one teacher.
I feel like if they would consolidate, it would just be like a college. Like you take a college class and there's like 90 kids in your class to one professor.
Yeah,
that's what it would be like. Where
if they get something out of the class or not get something out of the class, it would. Yeah. And then you don't even you really wouldn't know if teachers would probably not even care if you showed up or not. It really wouldn't be that good of an attendance thing going on because
education rates would go
plummet.
Go down.
So it's good that they are keeping the schools smaller. I feel that every town should have a school, because then that would mean more jobs for people. Now, what's happening as well is which is a concern, is because of online schools now that they are getting accredited. People are pulling their kids out of school and doing online school, but you're still paying taxes for the school. See, I have no kids in school and I have to pay school tax. I believe if you have kids going to school, you should pay that school tax. And currently, I have no kids going to school.
I don't either. They still suckered that $286.
Yeah, Upper Dauphin. If you live one day in Upper Dauphin's domain and they find out they're charging you a whole year of tax, school year tax, they will not prorate. They want the whole shebang. Which I think that is illegal. Should be illegal. And the lady that does the taxes there at the school needs to be fired. Need to put somebody in who's more customer friendly. Because they are really not customer friendly when it comes to asking if you can get it prorated, and they tell you flat out, no, you stayed you're living in our district more than one day, or what have you, more than 24 hours, and you got to pay the tax, full $300. Will not prorate by month. moved in November. Actually, the 30th of November, which would have made December the only month I actually fully stayed in the district. And they would not prorate me at all. I had to pay $379. So, to say the least, I had to cough it up. They expect me to cough it up right there and then.
They didn't even knock off the late fees for me because I only got one notice. So it was already past the late fee time.
Yeah, that's another thing. They have late fees when you don't pay it either. So that's probably why mine was $379. When, if it was only one, if I would have been prorated one, it would have probably been only $25. $20 to $25 that I would have paid in tax for the first year I lived in Upper Dauphin. And especially in your situation, you would only have had like 4 months to pay, which would have been probably only $40.
Yeah.
Probably been $40, $10 a month.
So it would have been 4 months, August to December.
Yeah, it would have probably been like $40 or $50.
I think we figured it out. It would have been like $100, but that's better than $286.
Right. Right.
It was like $93, $95, or I figured it out, but nope. Every county does it differently. Like, I had already paid my dues in Juniata County because they bill in the spring and in the fall. So I paid 2 counties. I was exempt from the Juniata County spring one because I was in school.
Yes.
But she wanted me to pay the full amount for, the full year in Upper Dauphin, when I should have only paid the fall or the 4 months prorated.
Correct. And even if your driver's license still states you live back at home, and your mom did your taxes for back home, it's none of their business. You're living in my house. You're doing everything right. You are a guest in my house. I pay those taxes. It should go by household, not per person.
In-house.
So, if anybody out there that's a lawmaker and you're watching this, maybe you should look into this. Because I think they're doing some illegal practices at the Upper Dauphin District Office. I don't mind giving the money up because I know it's going for some kids that are probably low income. Because currently the way our economy is, I know why they're hard up for the money. Because they need to make their paychecks. Even though the state can't give them a good enough grant to run the school. So they have to get it somewhere. They have to pass it on to people in the borough or in the district. So I think you lawmakers need to step it up and maybe give a little more money to the education versus some. You could probably take it away from building marijuana fields. I think if you would get some couple of potheads, they would do it for free. Why you have to pay millions of dollars to companies to run this shit, and you can get junkies that love to smoke weed for recreation and do it for free. It's amazing. You could have a labor base that run free. All you do is pay them in weed, and they would still come to work. They would love to come to work. You guys are, you lawmakers are really, because you make it illegal, and you're going to spend millions of dollars to make it legal, when it's something that already naturally grows, and you already have a workforce that's willing to work for what they're going to grow. I don't understand you folks. You have a free workforce out there, just waiting to like grow. All you have, yeah. Seriously, it's a natural plant. And it's all over the world. It grows all over the world. And we already know that the government's already illegally growing it in Mexico somehow and shipping it across the border. Because how come some shipments get caught and some don't? It's because some billionaire or millionaire is paying the people off so it gets across the border. And this heroin epidemic, that's another thing. Poppies grow here just as well as in India and over in Pakistan and all that. They grow here because I remember when I was a kid and I used to be jogging down the road, and they used to just pop up alongside the road. They're naturally occurring. You have free labor. Rocky said he would even work for bacon. He said he would watch some piggies as long as he got some of that bacon. Over here to the right or to the left is a campground. Gotta cross some railroad tracks to get to it, but you can see the train coming if that happens. Rocky, I love you too. But no, you're not getting up in the front seat here with Dad. No. No. Oh, it's getting ready to cave in some more of that place. No. Rock. back there. That's all everybody's going to hear you whining on the video. They don't want to hear you whine, mister. Why don't you go back here and lay down? Your sister's probably laying down.
She's laying on the back ledge.
Yep.
Because then she can see it.
Yes. No, you're not coming up front here with that. No. No. You're not going to Mom either. She's driving. There, this power station that you see right here at the edge of my finger, they shut it down. It used to be coal, powered by coal. Now they're converting it into something. I have no clue what they're converting. They spent millions and millions of dollars putting smokestacks on, or scrubbers on, so they can scrub the smoke as it comes out, which is probably not even enough to do anything. Not like Disneyland, where they do fireworks every night and put hundreds and thousands of whatever into the air or into this environment.